Welcome to Raw Recruits Network. We're live here at Duffy's in Boca Raton, Florida. I'm Tony Sands, and this is Derrick Crudup. D, what's going on, man?
I'm Tony here, just glad to be back at Duffy's once again this week. Had a great show last week, got a great one on tap here tonight with Deerfield Beach and Monarch. I mean, two undefeated teams, 6-0, going into a huge game, huge battle. Tons of great games going on, Tony, throughout the state. You know, Broward, Dade, and Palm Beach counties. Ton of great games. Miami Northwestern also take on the Miami Central Rockets. So, and just a lot of great games going on, Tony.
And let's look at some of those games in Broward County. Let's look at, we have Miramar and Flanagan in District 12-8A. And that key matchup, the winner of that will win that district. I'm kind of favoring Miramar. What's your take on that?
Well, Miramar got a great program, got a great head coach at Miramar High School. Miramar just doing an outstanding job. Damon Clark there, just an outstanding coach. When you go to practice, Tony, as much as practice as I go to and you go to, we see these guys, Miramar just running a great tight ship. Flanagan does a great job too. I mean, just a great, outstanding job there.
When you look at that speed, it takes me back when I got a chance to see Miramar play against St. Thomas, and the speed. They were able to match up against St. Thomas speed, so I think that's what kind of made that game even to where they were able to pull that game out against St. Thomas, and that's some of the speed that Flanagan, they're going to see, but I don't think they can match up when it comes to athlete against a team like Miramar.
Well, a team like the Miramar is going to be hard. Just not only Flanagan to match up with a team like Miramar, anybody in the state of Florida to match up with a team like Miramar. I mean, the coaching is well coached, great program. Talent throughout from the offensive line, defensive line. I mean, just great program. Miramar going to be present a problem for anybody in the state of Florida.
And then let's look. You know, we got to look at the game that we're featuring now. Let's look at, you got Monarch against Deerfield. That's going to be a good game. Both teams are fast. Both teams are well coached. I like what Calvin is doing over at Monarch. He's doing a phenomenal job. Coach Jackson is doing a phenomenal job. That game is the game pretty much that I look at when I say a game in the state of Florida, that if you are a football fan here in South Florida, that is the game. I know Central and Northwestern is playing, but there's no other game like the Monarch versus Deerfield game. That is the game if you are a high school football fan.
Yeah, and Deerfield Beach is just loaded this year. You know, we got Brandon Powell, also Aaron Bonecrusher McNeil and Jason Shortbridge. They got a ton of kids, Justin Morgan. They got a ton of kids over there that got playmaking ability at Deerfield Beach. And you flip it over to Monarch, and Calvin Davis, the head coach at Monarch, been a Deerfield grad, playing his football at Deerfield Beach, playing underneath Alan Jackson at Deerfield Beach. So they got a great program with Sean Burgess. They got Calvin, Ronnie Huggins. They also have Calvin Ridley, Michael, the quarterback. They're just outstanding players over there. They're going for like 1,800 yards already. They got great players at Monarch. Monarch 6-0. Proud of that football program. Great job Calvin Davis doing.
But when I look at that matchup, I think the key in that matchup is going to be Deerfield's bookends against Monarch's tackles. I think that's going to be the key. But in that game, that is going to be a game that's going to come down to playing the game. Welcome to Raw Recruits Network. I'm Tony Sands, and I'm here having the pleasure to talk with Monarch's head coach, Calvin D. What's up, Calvin? Man?
Not much. How's it going?
Man, pretty good, man. Anytime I can have you and interview and sit with you, man, and pick your brain a little bit on some of the things that is going on at Monarch, because you are doing a phenomenal job.
Thank you.
And let that be known. He is doing a phenomenal job with Monarch High School. But let's take it back, because you are a Deerfield grad.
Yes, I am.
What is it like now? You're a Deerfield grad. You're taking your team in the battle to play Deerfield. And it is a heated game, as we know. Both you guys come in undefeated, and this game here pretty much going to mean the district championship. What's going through your mind this week as you prepare your team for this game?
We consider it a process. We prepare each week the same, but of course some games mean more than others.
Correct.
But we try to keep the kids motivated each week, no matter who the opponent. Of course, I'm a Deerfield Beach High School graduate. I always loved Deerfield Beach High School, but I have to keep my kids focused on what we're trying to do, and we're trying to win a district championship.
tell me this, how is the administration helping you? Because in any time that you make a transition, and they went through some transition when it went down to Coach Jackson, when Coach Jackson started building the program and he left and went to Coconut Creek, and then it kind of dismantled. And you was around at that time when you saw the success building, and all of a sudden it dismantled. Now they hand the reins over to you, and all of a sudden now you got a team that's on the rise. And it is homecoming week for you, because my daughter is running for homecoming queen. So I'm gonna add that in there. But what is that like for a young coach like yourself? This is your first head coaching job.
Coach Jackson set the foundation for the program. We actually still do some of the things that he instilled in the program. We still do some of those things today. So he built the foundation. They took a few years off. Once I got the job, we tried to continue to build on some of the things that I learned from him as a coach, as a leader, and different things like that.
You say you learned a lot of things from Coach Jackson. Give me some of the things that you learned from him that you still implement with your program to this day.
Discipline, integrity, and just teaching the kids to go hard every play. When you're building a program and you come in new, you have to change the culture of the program. I thought Coach Jackson did a great job of that. And once I came in, we did the same thing. Started from the bottom, worked our way back up, and we just followed the process that he created, and we continue it today.
Now you got, your team is, in some areas that you really consider young because they're not seniors. What is this team looking to take from this year to also build on next year's success also?
I mean, before the season started, we talked a lot about our 2015 class would be the year that we would be ready to compete. But our guys have really grown since the spring. Through the summer, we did a lot of different things. We went to tournaments, we went to 7-on-7s. We had a great off season, and I think it catapulted us into the season. We had a great fall camp. We spent a lot of time together during fall camp, not just football, but we did things outside of it because they were really a new group. So we were trying to get them to gel as a team. And once we did that, you can see how the process has carried on through the season.
Man, you're doing a great job. You continue to lead the young men that you have because you are doing a great job with that. You take these men into the future and let them understand what it means to go into a battle like this. And I know you're the guy for it, so you continue to do that, man. And I'm a pleasure to have you here with us tonight, man. My pleasure. He's doing a heck of a job. We're live here at Duffy's in Boca Raton, Florida. I am with one of the most exciting high school writers in the country. I'm with my man, Mr. B. What's going on, man?
How's it going, Tony? Everything good?
Man, I love it, man. I love when I get an opportunity to pick your brain because you have so much knowledge. When I was playing,
you were a broad Christian.
and I'm talking about some years ago. That was my 8th grade year.
Right.
You've been picking games when it comes to homecoming because Sunset will go out and cover some of the most exciting high school sports here in South Florida. But I'm going to tell you this. They go out and they do homecomings for the upcoming team. You guys got the pleasure of doing Monarch's homecoming. What is that going to be like?
We'll be there on Thursday about 2 o'clock in the afternoon to kind of help them celebrate their homecoming. And of course, on top of that, they're playing a game like against Deerfield Beach. You put the homecoming on top of the two teams that are undefeated. Can't get any better than that.
And I'm going to tell you, the pleasure of that is, my daughter attends Monarch. My son went to Monarch.
Boy.
It's going to be tough. As a matter of fact, she's running for homecoming queen this week. So she's going to be there. She's excited about this game. But your picks on games when it comes to homecomings has been phenomenal.
13-2, and I haven't lost a game yet this year, and for the most part, I've been lucky enough to get almost a score right. So that's what makes it a lot of fun. It's just, cardinal knowledge.
And I was excited when I saw the piece and I saw you put on the buck head. It reminded me of ESPN Game Day when you do your picks.
Well, the kind of the mindset we have when we go to schools is kind of give it an atmosphere like Game Day. So the student body gets into it. They're having a good time. So I figured, why not have a good time with them? So for the most part, where schools have a mascot head, I figured, why not? I'll put it on.
Well, I'm going to tell you now, there's 2 mascot heads, but I'm not going to let you get into your picks because I know you want to save that for your own special event.
I will save that for Thursday.
But tell me this, when you go out to a high school game, and with the knowledge that you have, what are some of the things you're looking at when you're comparing teams?
Well, what has allowed me to be as efficient as I have been, not to say I'm bragging or anything, but when I go to high school football games, I observe. I don't, you can look at stats all you want.
Right.
But the important thing is observing and looking at tendencies, what players do under a coach's system, and the consistency over time, if that same coach is at the school, and how the players react to the coach. So you can kind of pick up on those things, whether it be if it's a team that's disciplined, it's a team that runs, passes, mixes it up, and just the style of athlete that they have instituted into their program. So over time, when you observe these things, it becomes, to me personally, an easy thing to do to figure out who's going to win, who's going to lose, and then sometimes picking the score right.
Well, I'll see you on Friday night. But before you go, you got to give me one pick. The one pick, let's look at Cardinal Gibbons against Miami Jackson. You know what's behind that.
It's a great game. It's a district game. Matter of fact, a Gibbons victory here will put them in a great position when it comes time to play Heritage for the district title and district runner-up. If I had to make a pick, which I already have because I already know what it is, I think the passing game of Cardinal Gibbons is going to be too much for Jackson to handle. And not to say that Gibbons is that much better, but Chase Bender or their quarterback and their 3 wide receivers, all D1 candidates, are capable of tossing the ball very well, and they've done so far this year. They'll have an outstanding game. And I think they'll win this game somewhere around 38-21.
Wow. You heard it here on Raw Recruits Network. Mr. B gave his prediction on Miami Jackson and Cardinal Gibbons.
Hello, here at Duffy's in Boca Raton, Florida. I'm here with the Monarch team and the Deerfield Beach team. A great game going to have to come this Friday night, Deerfield Beach versus Monarch. I'm sitting here with Ronnie Hoggins Jr., the athlete from Monarch, play a variety position, which make plays all over the field. Ronnie, glad to have him tonight.
Glad to be here.
Glad to be here. Ronnie's a great athlete, big-time player, big-time Division I football player here in Ronnie Hoggins out of Monarch High School. Ronnie, what big game tomorrow? Big game this week for you, Deerfield Beach. How do you see that game? You're 6-0. Deerfield Beach is also 6-0. How do you see that game working out for you guys?
It's gonna be a lot of competition. We prepare good this week. We're preparing well, and we come out with a win.
Good. So I mean, I think it's mutual respect. I see that the tension is in the air here. I mean, it's electric here in the air tonight between you guys there, Ronnie. That'll butt heads a lot. But that's what the game is all about.
Yeah.
You shake hands and pray after the game later on, but the competition is stiff. What do you think that you guys have to do to defeat Deerfield Beach? What you have to do offensively, defense, special team? Do Ronnie Hoggins have to make all the plays? Or is it collectively a team effort?
Yeah, at the end of the day, it'll be a team effort. You know, we gotta. It's about being mental. You know, executing our assignments and coming out with a big win. You know, district champ.
Let's talk a little bit about Deerfield Beach. What you fear anybody? Expect all your opponents. You fear none, right?
Fear none.
They fear none. What is about Deerfield that you something positive to say about Deerfield Beach that's really electric about that football team?
Gotta stop the run. At the end of the day, want to win, gotta stop the run. Gotta be disciplined to our assignments, and gotta win. And it's on our agenda. Execute.
So how's practice going so far for Monarch right now? How's practice going for you guys? How you got your preparations going so far?
Well, practice intense. You know, everybody flying around, getting to the ball. You know, us just being able to execute and according to game plan, and we're gonna be ready.
So it's not hard for you guys to prepare for Deerfield Beach, is that right?
Nah, this is another game on the schedule. We gotta execute. You know, we treat every game as a big game. You know, it's just not one specific game on the schedule. You know, that we focus on. You know, every game we take a game at a time, and it's a game that's up, and we're just gonna execute and get this win.
Awesome. What Monarch have to do to win this football game?
Man, it's gonna be a show, man. We gonna put on the show. It's beat up, man. Trust me.
That's Ronnie Hoggins, the athlete of Monarch High School. He just make plays everywhere. He's going to be electric on Friday night against Deerfield Beach. You don't want to miss it. That's Monarch of Deerfield Beach. And this is the athlete, a D1 football player, my main man, Ronnie Hoggins Jr. Hi, I'm Derrick Crudup, Raw Recruits. I'm here with got James Pierre, the free safety, strong safety. He's interchangeable in their scheme of things, the way they do things. Number 6 at Deerfield Beach High School, Buck Pride. James, I'm glad to have you here on the show. You know, just a 10th grade, I call him the Bonnie sophomore, because James consistently make plays and being a tight end evaluator like I am. James, one of the upper rising star in the class of 2016, just an outstanding football player, playing from the safety position. James, tough game coming up this week against Monarch. You may not think so, but I think it's a tough football game for you. What you think you got to do at Deerfield Beach to handle a strong offensive attack like Monarchs?
Come out and play 4 quarters. That's it. Just come out and play hard. That's it. Like how we've been doing.
So you got to play Deerfield game. There's nothing that special that you guys are going to do and preparing for in practice for Deerfield Beach. The practice schedule change, anything change like that?
No, sir.
Not at all.
No, we're going with what we have. We got to just go out and play.
Okay, that's great. What about Monarch offense? You watch a lot of film, obviously on the huddle deal. You watch a lot of film on Monarch. They're explosive with Calvin Ridley, the quarterback, like that. Explosive guys. They insert Sean Burgess in the offense. They do a lot of good things. Got a good running game. Coach Cavalier's done a great job on that. What about Monarch that you think is explosive about them? What about it that they're really good at watching film on them?
Passing. They got a good passing game. That's it.
They pass pretty good there.
Yes.
They pass the game. So you're gonna have your wagon gonna be low, as my mom said.
A good field day.
I'm sorry?
A field day.
Oh, okay. Your wagon's gonna be loaded this week against Monarch. What Deerfield have to do to play against a tough Monarch football team, a 6-0 Monarch and a 6-0 Deerfield Beach? What Deerfield Beach High School has to do, football team have to do to win this football game?
Really nothing. Just play hard. Keep you cool and just come out and play like how we've been doing. There ain't really nothing to do. They ain't really tough how we see like everybody, but we can't take no team for granted. So we just got to come out and play.
Okay. So you guys, nothing different during the course of the week of practice. Coach Alan Jackson, the head football coach. There's nothing different that you guys are preparing for.
More like we just do more conditioning. That's it.
So you feel like the stamina?
Yeah, the stamina.
The stamina is going to be a factor in this football game. You guys have to be the more prepared, the more conditioned football team.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Now when you talk about your team offensively with Denarius Graham, the quarterback, you got some good receivers, Justin Morgan, you got some great guys. How do you think they'll fare against the Monarch defense?
They really going, them. They do their thing anywhere. Anybody, they gonna do their thing. We got good running backs. We got good offensive line, defensive line, we got it all.
So you anticipate being 7-0 coming out this week?
Oh yes, sir. Yes, sir. But you can't take no team for granted, though.
Okay.
Just gotta come out and play.
That's James Pierre, the outstanding safety over at Deerfield Beach High School. I call him the Bionic sophomore. That's James Pierre. And I'm Derrick, Crudup, Recruits. We'll be back with you.
Welcome to Raw Recruits Network. I'm Tony Sands, and I'm sitting here with one of the most phenomenal receivers in the state of Florida. He's doing a heck of a job. What's going on, man?
I'm doing good.
Man, up under this jersey, there's something up under this thing, man. Let people know what's under there. I'm gonna let you tell them because I don't want to reveal the secret.
Ain't nothing much. Just a receiver that's hungry, trying to get it. Want to do it with my team. Just doing my thing.
And I'm gonna tell you, you're one of the top receivers in the state, in the country. Who do you pattern your game after when you talk about your game?
I really patterned my game after AJ Green.
AJ Green?
I like AJ Green a lot.
What are some of the things that he do that you try to put in your game to make you one of the best receivers?
I try to run my routes exactly like him. I go on YouTube. I look up Georgia thing. I like when he was in Georgia better than he's at Bengals, but I do all that to try to copy what he does.
Man, you know he was he was a juggler before he started playing the game.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was a juggler before he started playing.
Actually made his hands better than.
Yeah, before he even started playing the game, he used to juggle. He was a juggler.
Yeah.
And like he said, he wasn't even thinking about football until he got in the eighth grade. And they said, man, juggling was green. What do a guy like you look like playing juggling when you could be playing football?
Yeah.
What are some of the schools that you're interested in that you want to make sure that come on your radar?
Miami's the first one. I love Miami. Florida State and Alabama. Florida.
what has Coach Davis meant to you? Give me some things that he's meant to you and help you when it comes to your game.
Coach Davis means a lot to me. When I actually first came to Chaminade, I looked at the team and I was like, all right, I can work with it. And then as he went to showing me the plays, talking to me, telling me it's going to help me with my work, my grades and all that, and I really care for Coach Davis a lot now.
Let me tell you, man, and I was talking to you guys earlier, and I told you, anytime you guys go out, man, you represent yourself, you represent Coach Davis, and you represent the school that you are at. And it's a pleasure because you guys have done that.
Yes, sir.
You guys continue to do that. And I'm going to tell you, the sky's the limit for you guys. And I like what you guys are doing at Monarch, and you guys continue to do that. And if there's anything that I can ever do for you, you call me, man, and I'll have a pleasure of helping you in any kind of way that I can.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for taking the time to interview with me, man, because it is a pleasure anytime that I can talk with a guy like yourself.
Yes, sir.
Welcome to Raw Recruits Network. The network that's bringing you in-depth stories on high school athletes throughout the country. I'm going to tell you, there's some exciting football going on throughout South Florida. I'm Tony Sands. This is Derrick, Crudup. D, it's been an exciting week, and it's wrapping up with some exciting games, man. I can't wait to see that Monarch and Deerfield game. It is the game. If you are a high school fan, you follow high school football, I know your team's probably playing, but forget that team. You need to be at Coconut Creek High School at 7 o'clock.
That's right, Tony. It's going to be electric now. I had a lot of bullets flying in here tonight at Duffy's. These guys are fired up, both squads. They got the game face on already. They're going to wear the game face throughout the course of this week. And they got the tunnel vision. They'll try to stay focused. And it's going to be a great football game. You just said there's a lot of good football games going on this week. But this Monarch game versus Deerfield Beach, it's going to be electric. There's going to be some fireworks following.
As you can see, here at Duffy's, the Sun Sentinel is even here, and they will follow this up with their prep rally on Thursday. We're signing off here from Duffy's in Boca Raton, Florida. If you want chicken wings, come to Duffy's. They're great.